I'm back again. Today I just wanted to touch bases, I guess, and just put some stuff out there that's really been sitting on my heart. The devil has really been like coming for me. Like, when you doing God's work, or you trying to be a better you, and you trying to be the best you that you can be for everybody, including God, it's like, I don't know, the devil just like really loves to hone in on you and try to get your mind off everything possible. Like, man, he has just come at me so many different ways. It's not even funny, in the past 2 weeks. And you know, I don't know, it at the end of the day, it's just very important that you stand your ground, that you stay prayerful every day for your mind to be right, for your body to be right, for God to just keep you going, just keep you going, period. Like, I don't know another way to put it. I just know that when he gunning for you, and that's when you need to stay prayed up the most. It's sad that when you're trying to do right, and when you do right, that's when you're tried the most. When you're really doing good, and you think, okay, you know, I'm doing good, God got me, I got everything under control. You might think you do, until the devil find that one or them couple of weaknesses you got, them little holes in your nice big puzzle. As soon as he finds them, he will like just attack whenever and however possible. And he loves to get under your skin. Like, you have to stay ready. Gotta stay ready. Gotta stay prayed up. And you gotta know when to acknowledge, hey, this is God. And you gotta be able to acknowledge, okay, this is the devil. The devil is playing with me. The devil doing this. God is not of confusion. So if you're confused, if you're worried about something, if something not sitting right on you, it's probably more than likely because God is trying to tell you, hey, that ain't the way that I want you to go. And it's probably the devil tugging on you, saying, hey, let's do this instead. Let's do that instead. Like, it's hard to make that distinction. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was just like anger and the power that the words you say have in your life. Of course, it's always gonna be some kind of noise. Sorry, guys. It's just how I live as a mommy of 3, especially during this crazy quarantine time right now. But I mean, I was already doing this way before that, so luckily for me, it's a little more, I'm more used to it. But anyway, let's get into it. So today, like I said, I want to talk about anger. I'm not gonna make this a long, drawn out video. I just want to get to the point and get done. So I got some Bible verses, and then I just got some tips, or just some things that you can remember, things that you should remember, so that you can stay focused and just try to stay on track. Like today, I got tried and tested, and I had made a post on Facebook, my Facebook page, saying that I had to quote at my sister. Shout out to my sister. She was the one that had to remind me today. But it's so funny because I just read this. I just read the scripture not too long ago, but it's Matthew 5:9. Just get my Bible. So it's a lot more to this. Not to the verse, but just to the chapter. But the part that I want to focus on is blessed are the peacemakers, for they would be called the children of God. Yeah, it's a lot actually that I already had highlighted, and I was already focused on. Like, blessed are those who are persecuted, because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great reward is in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So that was Matthew chapter 5, verse 9 through 12. But yeah, I posted that today because my sister had to remind me of that verse because I don't know, I was just upset. And I mean, I'm human. I go through things just like everybody else. So it's a struggle. It's a daily struggle. And I imagine it's a struggle for a lot of people out there. And I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone at all. And there's other people out here that are struggling too. And if you need help, especially during this time of, need, people just need to extend love right now. People need to extend happiness, spread peace among everybody. It's just like, it just needs to be peaceful right now. And nobody's being peaceful. Well, some people are being peaceful, but majority of the world is in chaos, and everybody's all over the place, and they're scared, and they got anxiety, and they got this, and they got that. I mean, yeah, I struggle from it too, but I mean, who doesn't? At some point or another, somebody comes in contact with anxiety, some worse than others. But at the end of the day, you just have to try your hardest to remember that it's temporary. It's temporary, and things are not going to always look that way. It's not always going to be difficult. It's not always going to be, hard. Life doesn't have to be hard. You just have to talk to God, pray, and then just keep the faith. You got to keep your faith because the devil will attack whenever he's ready. So one thing I wanted to say was anger is an emotion, obviously, that everybody feels. And at one point or another, I struggle with it. Like I just said, I struggle with it daily. It's what you do with your anger that either makes or breaks you. Or it either makes you a victim of it, or it makes you in control of it. You have to try your hardest to always control your mouth no matter what. Somebody say something to you, you don't have to retaliate. You don't have to say nothing back. Pray for them. Keep it moving. It's so hard to do that, but it takes so much more energy to be angry. Find the words to say back to this person than just saying, God bless you, or just praying for them. Just say, you know what? I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Like, it's just, or just don't say nothing at all. That's easy too, like I said, and then just go pray for them silently at home or something like that. It's a lot less difficult to do it that way than it is to look for the words to say just to hurt that person back because they hurt you. And then it's funny because a lot of times, like, when you do take the high road, if you think about it again when you get back home later and you're like, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said that instead. Or when you go tell somebody, hey, this happened to me, and then you're like, you know what I should have told her? I should have told her XYZ. Like, it's funny because we do it a lot. But in retrospect, be glad you didn't say XYZ, because then you'll have to pray for and ask God for forgiveness, because more than likely XYZ wasn't a good thing to say to that person. So just always try to think of the greatness and the good that can come out of whatever you say to people. Always try to be the light. Don't try to be the person that's dimming that light in the room. Always try to be the light in a situation, because sometimes people just need you. You never know when somebody on that last little, before they just say, you know what, I'm done, I want to end it. You never know. Or you never know if you that last little tick before somebody goes and does whatever they're going to do. That's not necessarily a good thing, or that's kind of off the walls a bit. Don't want to speak nothing out there. I don't want to put no little bad energy out there, but I'm just saying, like, things happen when people retaliate. Things happen when people decide, you know what, you hurt my pride, you hurt my ego, so now I'm going to come at you. Pride gets you killed. Pride gets you in trouble. Ego, all of it. It creates more of a problem because you think too highly of yourself. I mean, ego and pride basically just means I think so highly of myself, and you just insulted me, so now I gotta come for you because you don't know me, you don't know who I am, you don't know what I've been through, you don't know this, you don't know that, but I'm about to show you. Like, why? Why show them that part of you? That's what they want. They want a reaction out of you. 9 times out of 10, when somebody is trying to get you to say something or they're trying to get a reaction out of you, it's because they want you to react that way so that they can either use it against you or just for their own pleasure. Like, I got that person pissed off today to the point where they said XYZ. Like, no, it's not okay. Always strive to be better. Sorry. Anger in itself isn't a sin. However, if you harbor it, if you let it brew, and you allow it to make you act out in it. So let's say, out of anger, I slapped him. It's still considered abuse, and that is a sin. Or you hurt somebody out of anger, like that intentional part, the part where you let it, you wanted to stay angry. A lot of times when people are angry, they want to stay angry because they just want to be in that mode. Sometimes it feels good to be angry. Be angry, get over it, let it go, and move on. That way nothing comes out of it. You don't hurt nobody, harm yourself. You don't think clearly when you're angry. You could be in the car, or you could be just ready to end it all, and you so angry, you're not thinking about your family, your loved ones. You're not thinking about, oh, I don't want to go to hell. You're not thinking about, oh, what's going to happen to me after this. All you're thinking about is what you're going through in that moment, how it makes you feel. It just seems like the world is closing in on you. Just breathe. Because how many times have you been tried like this before and you came out on top of it? How many times have you been angry before, or felt like this is the end of the world, and God brought you out of it on top of it? Anger is okay. Just don't stay angry. So it's just best to breathe, rethink everything, and then attack it a different way. Look at it from a different perspective. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Or even if that person is intentionally trying to hurt you, just say, you know what? I'm not finna even stoop down to that person level, and I'm not gonna get them what they want. I'm not gonna get them the reaction or whatever they're looking for. I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm not gonna get them that satisfaction. That's one of the best ways to try to overcome an angry situation. And don't get me wrong, when you're angry, that's the first thing, that's the furthest thing from your mind. That's the last thing you're thinking about. But you have to, when the irrational thoughts start coming in, and when the retaliation part come in, or even when you're in the middle of a text message, just be like, what am I doing? I'm sitting here angry texting somebody. You probably misspelling words. Grammar all over the place. Like you ain't never spelt nothing a day in your life. Putting commas and periods where they probably don't belong. Just going. Cause you mad and you just like, ugh. If you actually stop while you in the middle of that and think about not how dumb you look, but just how stupid it is to just be, going back and forth. It's just like when you really sit there and think about it, you like, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? This is dumb. Like, it takes a really mature person and a really mature mind to get through it. And honestly, don't get me wrong, some people just not there yet. And if you're one of those people, it's okay. It's okay that you're not there yet mentally. Just don't let people take you to where you don't need to be. Don't let people take you out of character. Don't give them that satisfaction. It's not worth it. So once you let the sun go down, or you pretty much, some examples of acting out: abuse, murder, infidelity. You could be married, or even if you're just in a relationship and you just like, you know what, you hurt me for the last time, I'm about to go find it somewhere else. And then you go and then you cheat. It's not gonna make you feel better, and it's probably gonna hurt you more. It is going to hurt you more in the long run, because at the end of the day, that's what you have to face with God in the end. Whatever you do because of your anger, or whatever you do as a result of whatever reason you're doing it, you got to live with that. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your relationship with God. It's your going to hell, heaven, or wherever you feel you may be going. It's only hell and heaven, so I don't really know. But it's only, hey, I'm just going to do the right thing because I ain't got time and I'm trying to go to heaven. Or it's, you know what, I really don't care and I'm going to let the world affect what I do and the decisions that I make. That's basically what you're saying. I'm going to let whatever, whoever, interfere with my life so bad that they cause me to go to hell, or that they cause me, you know, trouble with my relationship with God. Like, it shouldn't get to that point. And it's something that we as people have to realize, and we have to get over that. So this is just my way of trying to help you guys get through that. So yeah, Ephesians 4:26. And don't sin by letting anger control you. Don't let the sun go down while you are still angry. Just try to remember that, like, at all times. Like, it's hard to remember, but just try to focus on that. Stay focused and don't let things kind of throw you off balance. James 1:20. It says, human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Because it doesn't. Human anger, when it stews and it sits there and it festers, it turns into evil thoughts. It turns into, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to you. It consumes and takes over the thought process that you have going on, to the point where it makes you somebody that you're not. It turns you into something that you don't want to be. So it's best to control that as quickly as possible. Ephesians 4:31, chapter 4, verse 31 says, get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Those are the things that are considered out of anger, out of evilness. It's obviously more, like I said, abuse, murder, infidelity. The list goes on. But bitterness. When bitterness just sit there, it harbors. You like, oh, that Negro hurt me. That dude hurt me. It's just like, okay, he hurt you. Choose. Am I going to let this hurt sit there forever? Or am I going to turn it around into something positive? Okay, he hurt me, but you know what? This is where I went wrong. This is where I messed up. Let me go back and see what I could have did differently. Because whatever I could have did differently, that led to me allowing this to happen. Or even if you didn't allow it to happen per se, but it still happened. This is what I could have done. Cut it off sooner, XYZ. We make the decisions that we put ourselves in. We choose the decisions that we put ourselves in majority of the time. Because if it's out of our control, what is in our control is the way we react to it. You allow it to consume you. You allow it to take over your life. That turns into bitterness. Bitterness then turns into just rage, anger, and it just sits there and it sits there and it sits there. And if you're the type of person that'll let stuff build up and build up and build up until you just finally blow, that's the worst. I used to be that kind of person. Sometimes I feel like I'm the devil trying to pull me back to being that person because I got rid of it so long ago. Don't allow that to take over you. You have to really, really dig deep, find out, okay, why am I so angry? Why am I angry? Once you realize why you're angry, then you got to say, okay, I know I'm angry, but that don't mean I got to act like this, and that. And honestly, a lot of this stuff don't come to your head, or a lot of these things don't cross your mind until you ask God, hey, can you please show me what it is that I need to change? Show me what it is that is holding me back from my blessings. God will show you by allowing you to continually be tested in those areas. So if you're asking for that help and you keep being faced with decisions that alter, hey, I'm either going to handle this the way I normally handle it, or I'm going to handle it the way God want me to handle it. It's really, it's simple. It's just two ways. Like, it's so much I want to say, but I'm trying to make sure I don't go into some of my other videos that I already have laid out. So, yeah, it's hard to just stay focused. So I'm just going to stay focused. But forgiveness is a whole nother video that I'm going to do. But it is very important that you forgive people in order for your anger to be released. It's Proverbs 19, chapter 19, verse 11. Sensible people control their tempers. They earn respect by overlooking wrongs, which is true. Psalms 37:8. Stop being angry and turn from your rage. Do not lose your temper. It only leads to harm. Because it does. Proverbs 18:21. This has to be my favorite verse ever. When I first really comprehended the magnitude of this verse, I was a teenager. Didn't practice it every day. But because I'm getting more focused and getting more in tune in my relationship with God, and just trying to get right, because I gotta go to heaven. That's where I'm headed. That's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm trying to go. So I'm trying to just live my life as right as I can. I mean, what's the purpose of having another person that's just angry and bitter and mad and, contributing to the problem? I need to contribute to the solution, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's who I'm trying to be. So back to the scripture is Proverbs 18:21. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. That basically means, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who have been in church or been around somebody who has been in church knows, the saying goes, which came from this scripture, the tongue has the power of life or death. If you speak life into yourself, I'm kind, I'm smart, I'm gonna do something with my life. I'm gonna be this person, I'm gonna be that person, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be positive today, I'm gonna have nothing but positive things to say about people. Whatever you speak can and will come into existence in some way, shape, form, or another. So if you're talking about, I just want to die, I just want death, and death this, death that, die, or you have to realize that will manifest itself. What you throw out there can and will come true. That's why they say be careful what you wish for. The more you speak on things, the more you're putting those things out into the world. So if you have children, make sure you're telling them, you know what, you're kind, you're smart, you're beautiful. You're going to be something in life. You're going to be this. You're going to be great. You're going to be awesome. You are covered in the blood of Jesus. Or you exude what it means to be a child of God. Just speak great things. Because whatever it is that you speak, that's what's going to come about. That's what's going to spring from those words. If you continue to water a plant with water, it's gonna grow. If you can continue to water a plant with juice So just finishing up what I was saying yesterday. If you continue to water a plant with water, it's gonna grow. It's gonna be fruitful. It's gonna mature. If you water a plant with juice or pop or whatever other outside of water and what it needs to grow, to flourish, then that's what's gonna come of it. It's gonna die. It's gonna wither away. The leaves gonna fall. The vines are gonna become weak. Like, it's not gonna be the plant that you want it to be. It's actually going to turn out based off how you produced it, based off how you nurtured it. If you don't nurture a plant, it's going to die. So it's just best that you do what you can do to be positive and do away with the anger, do away with the angry thoughts and everything. Another thing that I wanted to say just to end this video. So Proverbs 18:21 is the tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Whether it's good that you're speaking or bad that you're speaking. Another one is Ephesians 4:27 says, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. And I believe that's why, don't let the sun go down on your anger. Because the more you stay angry, the more you're giving the devil an opportunity to come into your life and turn things all around for the worst. And that's just something that you don't need. It's something that you shouldn't want. Anger causes a number of issues. High blood pressure, stress, anxiety, depression. It's honestly being mad at somebody or holding on to something. It's not worth your health. It's not worth your health. It's not worth your happiness. Why would you let someone else steal your joy away? And I think that's just something we as people need to keep in the back of our minds. And then the things we get angry about, it's like material things. It's about things that have no kind of, I don't know, we make idols of things. We give things much more power over our lives than what we have to or what we should be doing. People and things. And it's just, it shouldn't be that way. And one other thing that I just wanted to say about it before I end this video is just notice how your job or the people that you hang around or the people that you work with or the people that you associate with, period, whether it's family or not, if it's causing you to be angry, reevaluate your circle and who you're around. I posted something on Instagram and Facebook not too long ago saying to reevaluate your circle and just think of it as spring cleaning. I mean, it's always nice to reevaluate things in your life because it helps refocus and put things into perspective of what's important, what should be important. So reevaluating yourself, your life, and the things that you're doing in life, I think that's always a positive thing because it will allow for change, but change is good in a sense that it leaves room for maturity and to help grow you in your faith. So why not reevaluate yourself in your life so that you can try to be more like God, strive to be more under Him than anything. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got for this video. Sorry it was so long. I just wanted to share those words and get that message out there to you guys. So thank you so much for watching.